Hey you guys, I wanted to share a dream that I had last night. I actually had it 2 nights in a row, and I felt like it was for me personally, but I also felt like it was the Lord really talking about what's going on right now in our culture and among believers. And so I know that I had a similar dream the night before last, and the same kind of menacing guy was in the dream. And he was a little bit like nutso, and big, scary looking guy. And in last night's dream, my door was open, and we have a screen door on our door, and so the screen door was closed, but the main door was open, and like my family was unaware, right? Like I knew the air conditioner was on, and the door is open, so I go to check out why is the door open, and this same guy is like really like leaning on my screen door, looking in. He's very tall, almost as tall as the door frame, and clearly a little nuts and trying to be menacing. And so in the dream, I said to him, "Can I help you?" And I don't know what he said to me, but I like went out onto the porch toward him, and he kind of backed up. But then he started doing these like crazy flips, like he ran up the wall and did a flip, like running up along the ceiling, in a way that was like demonically empowered. And I was like overcome by a fear in the moment, but because this was a dream from the Lord and a training dream at that, I remembered like I trying to push out the words, "In the name of Jesus, I bind you." And I could just barely like eke out the words. Like I was so tight with fear that the words were just barely coming. But even at that, as I spoke the words, this guy was like pushed forcibly back, as if I had pushed him with my hands, or someone else had pushed him back with their hands. And I said it again, and he was pushed back again. And I said it again, he was pushed back again. And I feel like that's a picture of what the Lord is wanting us to realize. Like this, spirit of fear has been menacing our nation and the world, and trying to get us as believers to be silent. But this is not a time for us to be silent. This is a time for us to speak. And even though we are in fear of many things right now, the important thing is that we use the authority that the Lord has given us. We use our authority as sons and daughters and open our mouths and speak and declare as heaven is declaring. The same thing that heaven is saying, we are saying. And, this is our Father's kingdom, and we do not let the enemy rule it and reign it. And so it's up to us as representatives of the Father, as sons and daughters of the Father, to speak what he would say, to speak what he is saying from a heavenly perspective. And so I felt like this was a really clarifying dream, that it is time for us to open our mouth. If you're into, prophetic numbers and all that kind of thing, this is the year of the mouth and the year of the eye. Also on the Jewish calendar, this is the month of Elul, which is the time that they say the king is in the field. The king is in the field, and he's here to do battle with us. Just like in, I think it's the book of Joshua, where the children of Israel are taking on the Amorites, and they're way outnumbered. But the king is in the field. The king is there fighting with them. And so, because he was, hail came down from heaven and killed most of the Amorites until the numbers were more equal and the children could take them for themselves. Our Father is with us. He doesn't send us out to battle alone. So I just want to encourage you guys to open your mouth and speak, to take the authority that Jesus has given us and quench the enemy, quench that fire of the enemy. Put it out, stomp it. Open your mouth and speak. You're ready for this. Love you guys.